BNB Chain has tested a post-quantum cryptography upgrade for the BSC network, but the results revealed a significant trade-off: increased data size and reduced throughput. The test involved ML-DSA 44 signatures, a quantum-resistant algorithm designed to future-proof blockchain systems against potential threats from quantum computing. However, the migration comes with tangible costs. In the test, transaction throughput dropped by roughly 40%, and signature sizes jumped from 65 bytes to 2,420 bytes. This increase in data size led to a noticeable decline in performance, with block sizes reaching up to 2 MB and throughput dropping between 40% and 50% in some test scenarios. The report, published on May 14, 2026, outlines these findings and emphasizes that while the migration is technically feasible, it introduces new challenges in network scalability and data propagation. The team at BNB Chain acknowledges that quantum computing is not yet a threat to current cryptographic systems, but stresses the importance of preparing for future risks. The migration is designed to be compatible with existing infrastructure, including address formats, RPCs, SDKs, and wallets, which means that users and developers would not need to make major changes if the system moves into production. The report also highlights that the BSC network can handle the transition in terms of compatibility, but the real issue lies in the increased data load and the resulting impact. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. On performance, the main concern comes from the fact that larger transaction data makes network propagation more difficult, especially in cross-region conditions where latency can play a role. In tests, TPS dropped by about 40% in these conditions, showing that the system struggles to maintain high throughput when dealing with larger block sizes. This is a critical point for any blockchain aiming to scale while maintaining speed and efficiency. The mechanism behind the performance drop lies in the nature of ML-DSA 44 signatures. Unlike ECDSA, which is currently the standard for most blockchains, ML-DSA 44 produces much larger cryptographic signatures. These signatures are necessary to resist quantum attacks, but come at the cost of increased data size. As a result, each transaction becomes significantly heavier, leading to larger blocks and slower processing times. The stakes are high for BNB Chain and the broader blockchain ecosystem. If post-quantum cryptography is not adopted, blockchains could become vulnerable to attacks once quantum computers reach sufficient power. On the other hand, adopting these new algorithms now introduces performance bottlenecks that could affect user experience and network efficiency. BNB Chain is not alone in exploring post-quantum readiness. Other protocols are also evaluating how to transition from ECDSA to quantum-resistant algorithms. However, the BNB Chain report is one of the few to provide concrete performance metrics from a real-world test. The data shows that while the migration is technically possible, it is not without cost. The team notes that data growth and network limitations remain the main trade-offs. They also mention that quantum computers are not yet at a stage where they can break current cryptographic systems in practice, but the long-term goal is to be prepared. The report suggests that the next steps involve addressing these performance bottlenecks and exploring ways to scale the network while maintaining compatibility with the new signature format. The key uncertainty is whether the trade-off between security and throughput is worth it in the long run. If quantum computing does become a real threat, the effort. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. To migrate now could pay off, but if the performance hit proves too severe, it could impact the usability and adoption of the chain. The next signal to watch is how BNB Chain plans to address the scalability and data propagation issues highlighted in the report. Will they optimize the signature format further, or will they look into alternative post-quantum schemes that offer a better balance between security and performance? The report also raises questions about whether other chains will follow a similar path or explore different solutions to the same problem. As the crypto industry continues to evolve, the balance between security and performance will remain a key area of focus.